You guys are not at all excited.
Yeah. So we're
This is
doing
my favorite thing, guys. We're doing it on February 17th.
Yeah, we're doing game night, and when you order 600 or more, you get this month. You get to join us on, I think it's the 17th. It's gonna be game night, and I love game night. So it's Friday. Second, we're normally gonna do the second Friday of the month, but I'll be in Florida the second Friday of the month. So we're starting this for anytime you order, anyone who orders 600 wholesale in the month gets to come to your circle. Usually the second Friday of the month. So it's exciting.
I can't do the second.
We'll get that.
It's gonna be the third.
Yeah, but
This
they're
one.
normally second Friday, so.
Yeah, we'll talk.
We'll
the first one. Okay, so we're gonna do some announcements really quickly. First of all, there's 1 week left in the month of January, which don't freak out. A week. I like to think a week. So there's a week left, and there's a lot of promotions that end the end of January. And let's see, some of them are the $600 bracelet. Has anyone earned their bracelet yet? I know you have. I know I have. Woo! Yeah. So
If I sell anything else, but it's already. It's just if I sell something else, I want to be able to
Which
add
actually, I don't know if you guys heard this, but at Leadership, what they're doing is when we have a 13% increase over of bracelet earners, over I don't even know what it's compared to, but I think it's so each of us is a unit. When we have a 13% increase in bracelet earners each month, they're gonna have a big compared to the last year with the same month.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a big celebration at seminar. So. Earn your bracelets, there's another little incentive. Of course, the career conference luncheon, you're not going to want to miss out on the career conference luncheon if you're on track for it. If not, you should still do whatever you can to get on track for it, or order for the next 2 months to stay on track and go to career conference, because I'm sure there's going to be recognition for that. Yes, and when you order 600 or more, you get to earn this T-shirt. And I want us to go to career conference and have everybody that goes to career conference in their $1 million T-shirts. Because I want everyone to know that who's unit fair partner. Because my goal is for us to be the #1 unit at career conference this year.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it. Can we do it?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. So that is a lot. We have a lot to do. But January and February are what determine that. And so let's see, what other announcements do we have? So that, and then what else this month? I'm trying to think what else we have this month. Facials on Saturday and on Thursday night, and I think that's it. Right? Okay. Miss Amber, there's any other announcements? Oh, you guys don't even know this. I do have a brand new announcement that actually you guys don't even know about. We are doing a quarterly event. You're going to write this down on Thursday the 16th. Actually, it's at our meeting night, and it's going to be a citywide. Thing where there's going to be several different directors involved, and we're going to have all the new products. So there's new products that come out next quarter. We're going to have all the new products for your customers to see on the 16th. The other thing we're going to be debuting and really promoting is new red jackets. So I really want you guys in your red jacket. Oh, this month you get your $1 T-shirt when you get your red jacket as well, which is 3 active team members. At the end of the month, and we're going to be promoting red jackets. We're going to make a big old deal about red jackets at the quarterly events.
Where is it?
It'll be here.
Here
it's at our meeting. It's our normal meeting
It's
night.
our normal meeting time?
For us, it's our normal meeting night. Nothing's changing. It's here, but instead of a normal meeting, we're going to have a big quarterly event. It's going to be a big guest event. You can start telling your customers.
What night is that?
It's here.
No,
16th.
16th.
So you're going to tell them that it's here. They're going to do some,
Right.
come see the new products. There's going to be several other different directors, so it's going to be a great marketing event too. So, and we're going to be premiering new car drivers, new car winners, because Janet's earning her car by the end of the month, by the way. Can she do it?
Yes, she can.
Let's say that again. Can she do it?
Yes, she can.
Yes, she can. All right. So that's another big announcement. So that 16th. Okay? I think that's all the announcements. All right, you ready to jump into some training?
Yay.
Yeah, let's jump into some training. So we're going to kind of do a little tag team training between the three of us. We're all going to train on some things a little bit different. I know I'm changing things right now, but could you train on your product first? I think that'd be really cool for you to get prepared.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can train on whatever it was.
No, it's cool. I'll train on the other thing first. Okay, so what I'm going to train on, sorry, people over there, we changed things because we don't have any guests. Okay, so what I'm going to train on tonight is something that I think is really important that I think not very many of our consultants do. And it's called pre-profiling. How many of you pre-profile? Okay, every once in a while.
Occasionally.
I didn't see too many hands raised. Okay, I used to suck at pre-profiling, so I'm just being 100% real with you guys that I used to not do this. And you're brand new, so start doing this from the beginning, and so are you. So just do this from now on, okay? Don't learn from our mistakes, or learn from our mistakes and don't do that. But what would you say?
I was like, actually, yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do. Yes, okay. And I sent out a great Voxer message in our Courageous Area group, I think it was like yesterday or the day before, that was talking about this, but it's really, really important, and for me it's made a big difference once I actually started doing it. If you find that a lot of your appointments aren't holding, then I would highly recommend doing this. Because here's the deal, you guys, is this business is a relationship business. It's a relationship.
It's tax.
The more
Us or
contacts
them.
you can have with them, the better. The more things you can do to increase that relationship, it's going to help you, okay? So first of all, there's a couple different things that I found a lot of consultants are not doing
Yeah.
before they even get to pre-profiling. Number
It's gonna be more
one,
expensive because the companies who are making their products over there are going to jack up the prices.
okay? So wherever you meet this person, making sure you really connect with them. So if it's just a referral, that's different. Like I feel like you can't connect with them nearly as much, but I prefer to work like booths and, warm chatters or restaurants or office of the week appreciation, which all those things are on my website. Go look at them. We're not going to talk about lead generating tonight, but we are going to talk about something really important that I think a lot of consultants are missing when they are meeting people, and that's to build the relationship. So I just did a booth last weekend with someone who's a sales director, and she just is a brand new sales director, and she had never done this in her career, and she's like, it made such a big difference. I booked so many more of them. And it was because we were at a booth, the Bravo booth, and we're talking to people, trying to talk to them as much as we could while we're there, and then writing down notes about these people. I know if you've ever worked with me, I do this, and I teach you to do this, but it makes such a big difference. Because you will remember so much more about her. Like my guest tonight, even though she couldn't make it because she got scared about the snow, which a lot of people did. I remember it, and I wrote down that she just moved here from Virginia, like literally 2 weeks ago. Her husband's in the military. They have no children. She doesn't have a job. Like I wrote down all these things because those are hot buttons for me. So when I called her, and we were asking about when to book, I said, I know you don't work yet. You're looking for a job. I know you guys just moved here. Like that, those things make a big difference. That they're not just a cold lead that you're calling out of the blue. That's going to increase your holding ratio. So what are you doing on the front end to build a relationship with that person when you meet them? Okay, because and you guys that are new, you start with your friends and family, right? So that's different. But when you get into people you don't know, whatever you can do when you're with them to build the relationship. I mean, some people it's going to be a real quick contact and you can't do that, but the more you can remember about them, the better, okay? Because then, like I had it happen where someone like didn't remember anything about them and they showed up and like, I don't know who this person is. And I feel like that's unprofessional. If it's a referral, that's different, but you've got to have a note-taking system that you remember who these people are, okay? Because it'll make a big difference, okay? Literally, it's like a game changer. So that's on the front end. Then when I'm calling them, I call every lead that I get. I call them and I text them. So I hope that you guys are doing that. And I don't get a hold of as many people calling, but I'll tell you what. So I went and did a bridal booth last weekend, and I got like 30 names, and I called them, and I got a ton of people answering. I was shocked because I've been giving into the belief that nobody answers their phone anymore. And I have a weird number. I have an out-of-state area code. So they see that number and they're like, I don't know who is this? So I feel like they're less likely to call. But I have people answer their phone. So don't give into that belief that people don't answer their phone, because everybody that I got on the phone, I booked. Because your excitement and your energy, that's super important when you're booking. So that connection you make when you're booking, that makes a big difference as far as them holding, okay? Now, fake it till you make it. That was something I held on to as a new consultant. When I would warm chatter or meet people, my little heart would go pitter-patter, and I'm like, but I was having a smile on my face and I was shaking, but they didn't know, And same thing when I made booking calls. Same thing when I called them. My little heart was going pitter-patter, but I was talking really, 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 really fast. But I was excited. Okay, so excitement is so important when you're booking them because they will remember that and that will increase your booking ratio. Okay, so call them. As much interaction as you can on the phone, the better, because that's going to increase your booking ratio. But of course, some stuff has to all be done via text. Okay, so then you set the appointment, right? All right, now this is my little thing that I do, and I know Autumn does this because she has them all automated, which is great. And so you just save these texts and literally copy and paste every time. But I think she's one of my only consultants that I know that actually does this, and I don't think that those people out there, and definitely you guys are doing this as much. And so once I book somebody, or when I'm confirming with them, which by the way, if you're new, you don't just book and just pray that they're going to hold. Exactly.
They don't remember.
They don't remember. They're human. And when they do remember, we about fall over. Because that never happens. It's very rare. She had someone who remembered it, not to throw it in the mud. She had someone who remembered it, and she didn't remember. And that's very rare. Very, very, very rare, okay? But you want to create some systems. I should have brought my binder tonight of what I have for my leads. But all I do is I staple my leads in a little notebook, and then I have notes about every single one of them. So if I have a little piece of paper, I staple it onto, I have a little notebook, and I staple it on, and then I have any notes about them right next to it. So I have all my leads, okay? So when I see that I'm meeting with Susie Q tomorrow, I can look back at my lead book and see who Susie Q is, right? So that I remember about her. So that's a very simple system that you can utilize. Okay. So if I know I'm meeting with Susie tomorrow, like tomorrow I have a facial in the morning, and so I send her a text. I usually send them within 24 hours, and I don't say, hey, are we still on for tomorrow? That's bad. That's what not to do. You assume that you're still on, and this is what I say every time. You can write this down. I can send them to you, copy and paste them. I look forward to getting together with you tomorrow, and I ask her 2 questions. I look forward to getting together with you tomorrow at 2 o'clock at the studio or whatever. And then I ask her 2 questions. Do you still have the address, and will anyone be joining you? I ask her those 2 questions all the time because I do most of my appointments at the studio, which, by the way, if you want to rent the studio, you can. If you're going to her home, then you say, hopefully you have the address and you're writing it down, and you would just say, I'm so excited to get together with you. Will anyone be joining you?
Do you say will, or do you say how many?
Say either or. I say, will anyone be joining you? How many is great too, because then you're assuming that they're going to meet with them, so it's great too. Either way, that's just what I do. So you got it? So you say, I look forward to getting together with you tomorrow at such and such at the studio. Do you still have the address, and will anyone be joining you? Because I want her communicating with me. If they don't confirm with me, I very rarely go. I don't go to the appointment because I know she's not coming. Typically, 9 times out of 10, right? So I ask that, and then most of the time she'll either say if she canceled at that point, she'll tell me, or she'll say yes, I have the address, and how many one person's coming or joining me. Okay, that piece. Then my next text is, and this is really important because you're getting her excited and doing things to. Okay, and all of my texts have exclamation points and smiley faces and emojis all over the place. Write that down. You need to have text, exclamation points and smiley faces and emojis. If emojis aren't your thing, fake it. Seriously, because that excitement over text, even just the exclamation point and the smiley faces, makes a big difference. They can tell that I'm excited, okay? That I'm excited to see them and that I'm fun, all right? Even if you're not fun, you fake it. Remember, I was not fun before, and now I'm fun. My mom even told me I was not fun before, and now I'm more fun, remember? Okay, so these are all things I've learned. Yeah, no, she's not my mom. My mom was fun, I was not. Anyways, okay, the next text is, and if I get her on the phone, which it depends on their personal preference. If I talk to her on the phone, then I usually will call her on the phone. But if she's just a texter, then it's all over text. And then the next text is, I have 2 questions for you. What type of skin do you have? And if you could change anything about your skin, what would you change? That's the big one. So I have 2 questions for you. What type of skin do you have? And if you could change anything about your skin, what would it be? Those 2 questions. All right?
And what's your time frame on all these?
Right away. So I usually
Right after you meet them, or 2 days later?
Within
or-
24 hours.
before of the appointment. So this text, both of these texts are within 24 hours of the appointment.
Within 24, okay.
Yeah. So this is so I've already booked her. That was whatever, let's say a week ago. And then let's say she's tomorrow. So I'm sending this text this morning or this afternoon. It doesn't matter. And then, so once she gets back to me about how many people are coming and the address, then I send her the second text of, tell me about your skin. What type of skin do you have? And if you change anything about your skin, what would it be? They tell me. Whatever they say. I don't care, whatever they say, you say, awesome, I have some great products for that, okay? Whatever they say, and then you write that down. That's the important part. You write that down. You guys got that? Because this is the part of the relationship that is really important, that they will keep coming back to you for, and that they're actually excited about the appointment for. So my girl for tonight, I remember she told me, I would love to get rid of my acne scarring. And I said, awesome, exclamation point, I can help you. I had bad acne scarring too. I can't wait to show you some of the products we have that can help with that. All right? And you better believe when I'm going to meet with her, which now she's coming Saturday morning, that I say, hey, what's your name? Alyssa. When I talk about microdermabrasion, that I'm going to say, hey, this is the product I was telling you about that's really going to help with that acne scarring that helped my skin. Do you understand how these are all going together and you're making her feel important? All of this is about making them feel important because they will come back to you over and over again because of that relationship, okay? So that's the second text. Here's the last one that I know a lot of you are not doing. If you want to recruit people, this is a game changer right here. I had it happen twice in the last week where people signed up on the spot. You ready for it? It's so simple. So simple. So after that, awesome, can't wait, to show you the products we have. Then the last one I send, and this is always within 24 hours, is I say, also, just kind of as an afterthought, also, if you get a minute to watch this video before we meet up, I'll give you a free color item. And I literally have all these saved in my phone. And I just send her my recruiting video. It's not fancy. There's a million of them out there, but I've recruited a ton of people with that stupid video. And I know I need to make a new one. And I know it's old. But it works. It works. So if it works, if it broke, don't fix it. Which, by the way, anyone that's good at that techie stuff, let me know, because that was someone else in my wife's department who was not around. But anyways, I sent them that video, and basically I just say, also, if you get a minute to watch this video before we meet up, I'll give you a free color item. And then I send them the link of the video. Okay, so it's planting the seed about marketing. Okay? And that's it, all right? And so that's my conversation. It's 3 texts within 24 hours of meeting with her, okay? These are all little things to increase the recruiting ratio and then of her actually buying, okay? So then, when I'm actually there at the appointment, so I'll take this one step further with team building, all right? So, so how that works is then I meet with them at the appointment. I go through the entire appointment, and I sell her product. So I don't even bring up the video, okay? I don't even bring up the video. If she tells me she watched the video, awesome, great. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. You can tell me your opinion, whatever. I don't talk much about it because I want to talk in person to her about it, okay? I want to talk to her in person to her about it. And so we do the appointment, whatever. I close the sale. After I close the sale, this is important. After I close the sale, then I say, did you get a chance to watch the video? She'll say yes or no. If she says yes, then you must ask her some questions, okay? You must ask her some questions because I know that there's some people that watch my video and then you have people that watch them and then you send them to me, and that's great, but you're missing a prime opportunity if she's right there in front of you. She's right there in front of you. Why not recruit her on the spot?
What are the 6 things? Which one of the 6 things do you
have?
Mm-hmm.
Which are the 6 qualities?
She said 6 qualities on there, so.
Yeah, there's 6 qualities. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what they are. So what Janice and I went is the 6 qualities, so you ask them. So you can ask them that question. So the 6 traits, so basically it says, at the end of my video, I say, all right, there's 6 things that I'm looking for in a consultant. And this is brilliant, by the way, for marketing because, and I copied this from someone else, of course, I didn't make it up because I copy everything, is this is overcoming the most popular objections that we get. Okay, so the 6 qualities that we're looking for is, A, busy women. Thank you. Busy women. So I'm actually looking for busy women because busy women do best. Don't know a lot of people because, you know, we don't get rich off our friends and family. I talk about that. Not the sales type. I talk about I don't want pushy salespeople. If you're pushy women, go away. Because how many women tell you I'm not the sales type? I'm so busy. I don't know nobody. No, I'm telling them this is what I'm looking for because those women are the type of women that we do actually look for. And most of us could say that we are almost all of them. Family oriented. They'll do more for their family than for themselves. 5th is they have more month than money. That means that the month is longer than the money stretches, so they're looking for a way to make some extra money. And then the 6th one is that they're decision makers. A lot of women are not that one, but they're the other one, okay? So, so you could ask them, which of those do you have? And if they don't remember, you could remind them. The other thing that I always like to ask, and this is a very simple question, is I just ask them, awesome, so what surprised you or impressed you about the information? It's just a very open-ended question. What surprised you or impressed you about the information? It's open-ended. And then basically they'll tell me whatever, like, and usually when I do like listen for the plus calls or I follow up, that's usually where I go is like, so tell me what impressed you or surprised you, and then she'll tell me like, oh, how much money was possible, or oh, the flexibility, or oh, whatever. And then she'll throw out her objection. It's always there. She'll always throw it out. And then she'll be like, but blah, 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 blah. And then whatever but she says, it probably is one of those 6 quality traits. So you go back to, hey, do you remember Candace said on the video that, okay, so let's say she says, oh, I was really impressed with how much money you could make, but I'm just too busy. Okay, so whatever she says, you remember that. Whatever thing she said impresses her, you remember that. Or, what are you looking at?
I was just trying to let you talk, and I was
Oh.
going to have Pam welcome.
Come in,
My new
come in,
Megan.
come in, come in, come in. Hi, we're in the middle of training, honey, so come sit down, come sit down. You want to pull up a chair for her, Pam? Yeah, pull up a chair and then I'll maybe put one right here in the middle. Okay, so here's one more question that you can ask. Okay, here's one more question that is very important that you can ask right then and there. And this will write this question down because this one is a big one. Is you ask her, if you were to ever do this in your wildest dream, what is the biggest benefit you would think you could get from Mary Kay? Or what would be the biggest blessing that you would receive from Mary Kay? Or how would it change your life most or whatever? Basically ask her if you were to ever do this in her wildest dreams, what part of all that marketing plan would make the biggest difference in your life? That's the question. Sorry, I couldn't get it out very well. But do you get the point that I'm asking her if she were to ever to do this, not assuming she is, what part of the marketing plan would make the biggest difference? And she'll tell you that what she tells you right there is her why.
Yeah.
So she'll tell you, I'd love the flexibility.
Yeah.
Or I'd love the extra money. Or I'd love to have a backup plan so I don't have to go back to that job again. I'd love to be able to have something positive in my life. You know, whatever she tells you, you want to ask that question first. Okay? Got it? You guys all got that down, right? So I just am very general first, like what excites you or impressed you about all that information? She'll tell me. And then the second question is, if you were ever to do this in your wildest dreams, what would be the biggest, what thing about Mary Kay would make the biggest difference in your life? That makes sense? And then she's going to give you some objection. I can guarantee it. But the next question I ask, she'll either give you an objection, or you just ask the closing question. And here it is. Well, is there any reason that we could get you started today? That's a question most consultants are not asking. Most consultants say, oh, well, I'll send your info to Candace. Ha. No, you have her right there. Like, recruit her on the spot. There's no reason not to if she's right there. And then she'll definitely give you either some objection, or she'll just say, well, sure, it's only $100. Whatever objection she says, it's probably going to be one of those 6 things. Okay? So you would go back to, remember Candace said in the video that, like, let's say she says, I'm too busy, I can never do it.
make.
Remember, Kenneth said in the video that we're actually looking for people who are busy. That's actually one of the things we look for, you know, because busy people, you know, get more done, and busy people are better time managers. And so you throw out some of that stuff, and then you go back to why she wanted to do this. Like, let's say, for example, Brianna, role play with me real quick, okay?
I have a protein.
So, Brianna, what excited you or impressed you about my video?
I didn't really think I wanted a pink car, but I think I'm gonna want a pink car.
They're kind of cool, huh?
A little bit.
They're kind of cool. I know, it's not scary pink. Not scary pink,
Not actually.
Which, by the way, people, be cool when you're talking about this, okay? Don't be all weird. Don't be weird. People get weird. Right, you gotta say that. People get all nervous, and I'm like, you just talk to them, okay? Anyways, it's cool.
I didn't feel it.
That was a training moment. Okay, so if you were to ever do this in your wildest dreams and be a part of our $1 million unit, what part about that business would make this difference in your life?
I think probably just like the freedom to be able to spend the time that I really want to.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to stay home with him and get paid to do that and be able to go to all his soccer games that he wants to go to and whatever else he likes to do. Yeah, I meant the soccer games that you go to up in Denver. Those are
all right. That was last summer. Okay, that's fair.
Yes, and go to all the doctor's appointments with
You
him.
can take those.
Right.
He wants
Yeah, so you would totally love that. Awesome. Well, is there anything you started today? It's only $100. Do you want to see it? Well, first of all, let me show you what's in the starter kit, Brianna. I know you love that miracle set. Let me show you for the $100. Check it out. Look at all this cool stuff. You have $466 of stuff right here. Is there any reason we can't get you started today? It's only $100.
Sure.
Sure, throw objection.
Oh. You know what?
Okay, awesome. So the $100 is an issue. All right. Well, that's an issue. All right. Well, I totally get that because a lot of people have that issue. I get that all the time. That $100 can be a lot for a lot of people, but I will tell you that it can be the best $100 you ever spend because it's something that will actually make you. If there's any way that you come up with that $100, this could be something that gets you like home with your son more. And I don't know if I told you this, but my director, Candace, she offers a decision maker bonus for, you're allowed to offer this, by the way. She's laughing.
It's weird when
Yeah,
you say
I know.
I know.
Say, okay, let me go back. This is awkward. I'm not being cool right now.
One thing that I do want to point out that I don't know if everybody can see this, especially you guys. One of the things that Candace does that makes this makes her more relatable is when she's talking, she doesn't just stare. It's not like, is there any reason we can't get you started today? It's closes her eyes a lot, which makes her less intimidating. Less like it really does. It makes it more comfortable, and that's something I noticed when we've been working together lately.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like she closes her eyes a lot. So note to self: must do eyeshadow.
Long blinks.
But that's exactly what it is.
Take a nap.
All right. The bottom of your face still smiles.
Smile. Okay, so another thing to watch. And usually, I totally get that. Here's what I know about women. When they really want something, they find a way. We find a way, and we are very resourceful when we really want something. Think about if you got a flat tire right now and it costs $100 and you didn't get paid till payday. Would you go on a flat tire till payday? Or would you find the $100? You'd probably find the $100 somehow. You would be resourceful.
I feel like you said years ago.
Maybe I did.
It's badly coming back to me.
It's coming back. It's a good one. So here's what I know about women is that when they want something, they find a way. And remember that if there's any way that you can find $100, my director always offers a decision maker bonus for people being brave, because the hardest part is just getting started. Guys, I say all this stuff. These are things to say. This is how you close them, because it's so true. The hardest part is just getting started. And everybody's afraid. And everyone has something that's holding them back from getting started. And so my director offers a brave gift and a decision maker bonus for people just being brave enough to get started and step out of their comfort zone and be willing to just try. And so if there was any way you could come up with that $100, within 24 hours, she'll give you a free set in hands. And remember how soft your hands feel? Don't they feel like, oh, they feel so soft. You know you want it. That's a $35 value from her that she gives you just for stepping out of your comfort zone and starting. So if there was any way you could come up with $100, if you need to go borrow money from someone, I totally get it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna email you the link because I know you really want to do this. And I know this is a good one. I know that you are a find a way, make a way type of girl, that if you want this and you want bad enough to stay home with your son and to be able to go to those doctor's appointments and soccer games with him, you're going to find that $100. And the sooner we can get you started, the sooner we can get you back home with them. You see how I used your objection to remind her of why she started? Do you get that? That's why you ask those questions.
Right, because I was trying to type.
Write it down.
Listen, but I was trying to type it.
Sorry, you know this stuff.
I do.
But you know this stuff. Don't doubt yourself, girl. So I want you guys asking these questions, because these things are all called layering. Most people aren't going to sign up right away. They need multiple layers. So the video is a multiple layer. That conversation right there is a multiple layer. If she has more questions or she just really needs more information, then you say, is there any reason we can meet with my director and just meet for coffee? Or if you're not local, just meet for coffee with them. You know what to do. It's simple. $100, 50%. Like, it's pretty simple. There's
For
training.
$5 more, they get a really cute bag that works on
What
most
bag?
women. The starter kit bag.
Oh, $5 on a miracle set.
Yeah, for $5 more than a miracle set.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has a miracle set for $5 more.
What's the company?
Missions. Great deal.
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
deal.
So,
So,
I'm like,
all right, and then,
No.
sometimes my mouth doesn't,
and I wasn't talking straight.
or my brain doesn't, whatever.
So you guys get that point? That I just want to share that real quick. We're gonna move on to some other training, but I feel like people are missing out on the relationships, and then they're also missing out on pre-profiling, which will totally increase your booking ratio. And then your sales are going to increase too if you're remembering all these things about her. She's going to buy from you because she likes you and she trusts you. She trusts you. And she will sign up because she likes you and she trusts you. And all of those little pieces help build that. Does that make sense? But I've had it happen a ton of times where people watch my video and then I ask them those closing questions. But if you notice, I don't wait till, I don't even bring up the video until the very end. Like, I've closed the sale. I haven't even brought it up at all. Now, I forgot to go over this part. If she does not watch the video, where do you go from there? You can do one of two things. Autumn did a really great, Autumn had a great idea the other day. You share what you did.
Okay, so I had a large group of women, so it was like
That's a
probably
great
like 5 of them, and they're kind of spread out throughout the house, whatever. And so I thought, and they didn't watch the video that I sent, so I actually pulled it up on my phone. I said, well, here, I have the video here. How about you guys watch this video while I clean up? So, because I like set up all their trays and all that stuff. So it kind of gave more of a distraction. So they were like doing something, and then I could clean everything up, get my bags all packed and whatever. And then like halfway through the video, I was able to like kind of interact with them more and like ask questions. But actually, one girl interrupted the video, kind of like asking her own question, and it was basically like, oh, so how much does this cost? Like, what's the kit cost or whatever to get started, and so that just opened up for questions, and then I'm like, okay, I don't need the video now. It's like, I know information, so I stopped the video, but it was just a good way to like, start the conversation and if you're not familiar with all the questions or like all information, and
like normally I would have to wait for it to install. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna stick it in there.
and then you can what 6 which qualities do you have, and you can ask all those
I
questions.
can't figure out where your volume is.
And so
It's great.
watch the video.
Hi guys, I'm gonna mute you all because I hear some background noise. So, hi guys. All right. Okay. No, it's you. I hear some background noise over there. Okay, and then so yes, you could have them watch it right there. You could also say, and play it right then there, or you could just say, yeah, or you could just say, is there any reason you couldn't set up a 3-way call with my director as part of my training? Or you have them watch the video later. But I think 3-way calls are usually some of the best you can do. But you have to ask them right there. Okay. But ask those closing questions if they do watch the video, okay? Got it? So you ask them what excites you or what surprised you at the opportunity. If you were to ever do this in your wildest dreams, what part would make the biggest difference in your life? That's their why and the reason why they do this. And is there any reason we can't get you started today? And you shut your mouth, just like closing the sale, right?
What do you want to
Yeah.
take home with you?
Exactly. And then you let her talk. And a lot of times they'll say, well, yeah, it's a great idea. The girl in Denver on, when did we do that? Friday night?
Mm-hmm.
She had been thinking about it. She already came to the appointment, wanted to sign up. Like, I didn't have to do anything. It was great. She already talked to her apartment manager, everybody. They were like, oh, I just want to sign up. Like, I don't want to buy anything. I just want to get that kit. Like, oh, okay. Then you watch my video.
I had them do that before, but they're like, oh yeah, I watched the video, and like they'll tell me they watched the video, and they're like, yeah, I really like this. I think I want to do this. I'm like, okay, well, here's how the facial goes.
Right.
Here's your
I guess I will
Right.
train you. Let's like at least try the products first, but yeah, then we sign
Right.
off at the end. But
Right. Well, that's important. Like, if that's why it's important is that you want to go through the whole facial and then at the end, because they need to see that process, right? They need to see how the whole process works. So,
what you'll be doing.
but that'll increase your team building, but you gotta ask, okay? All right. So now, you ready, Jana?
Yeah.
To talk?
Yes.
All right, go for it.
Very good stuff. Hold on.
Okay. Well then, okay. Gotta go get stuff. Oh, right there.
What's that?
So we're gonna do a product knowledge for those of you out there. We're gonna do a product knowledge really quickly.
I wasn't
Wow.
gonna do product knowledge. I didn't pick a product. Well, I did kind of, but I don't
Pick
know.
one, pick one. Come
Talk
on.
about oil modifier.
That's a good one because Jana knows lots of random facts about lots of things. Yeah, pick one first.
Okay. So,
You read off the
well, that's for another season. And so, I don't know if you guys know that we have an oil mattifier or what it's used for, but basically, it's for people who are oily. They put it on after they put on their moisturizer, and what it's going to do is kind of absorb oil throughout the day. It's for people with oily skin, of course. But another tip is if you start to get shiny throughout the day, you can actually take the oil mattifier and dab it onto your oily spots over the top of your makeup. It's not going to move your makeup or remove it, but it is going to help with the shine. So if you don't have beauty blotters and you don't have powder, the oil mattifier is pretty amazing stuff. So,
How many of you have used the oil mattifier? Yeah.
what do you guys think?
Anything else you want to add?
At first I thought it was crazy,
Mm-hmm.
but it does work.
Yeah.
And then I put it on top of my foundation one time, and I said, "Oh crap! I need to use this in my car."
Right.
Yeah.
It's for emergencies. It will go very well over the top of your
Yeah.
any type of foundation.
Oil mattifier. Tell them
Yeah.
about it. It's great products. Great
It is.
products.
So, and I know a lot of us don't even know that we have one of those, but we do.
Yeah. Great products. Awesome. Good. All right. Go for it. And then go ahead. You want to share about
Yeah. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is our product replacement program. Do you guys know about that?
Yeah.
So I think one of the coolest things about Mary Kay is that we offer the 100% satisfaction guarantee. And in order to do that without costing you any money, you need to know how to do product replacement. And so the first thing that you need to do is make sure you have all the information that you're going to need to do it available. So you need the name of the person who's returning the product, or if it's you, you can do this too. You just need their name and their phone number and their email. And you also need,
I've left out their email before.
yeah, you can, but it's just for information gathering purposes.
I'm just saying I left out.
phone number.
Yeah, we got the
Right.
phone number.
I feel like going to look it up one time. I
Right.
know.
Right.
It's annoying.
I know the number you can't live up. I know the
So
email.
many times, and I've had to start over, and it's so frustrating. So you also need to have the date code of the product they're returning. So I don't know. I'm not going to. I just want to show them.
So do you guys know where the day code is on products and what it looks like? So it's usually a number, a letter, and then 2 numbers. And on the products, it's in a lot of different places. I grabbed a moisturizer, but it's taped together, so I can't really show you, but it's on the seam on the back, okay?
On all the bottles that are like that. All the bottles that have the crimping, it's in the crimp.
Right, it's in the crimp. So you need like a magnifying glass, or you have to like use like lighting and all kinds of weird stuff to be able to read it. Like, I don't even, it's like 5F23. But anyway, you need a
piece of paper.
Oh, so Pam said you take it and you put a piece of paper over it and you scribble your pencil on it and it'll show up. So you need to have the day code. That's number 1. Number 2, you need to have the product number. Okay. The
Can you tell them what the day code is?
So the day code is actually the year. The first number is the year the product was made. The letter is the month that it was made in. And the number is,
I'm impressed you know that.
the number is the date it actually was produced, okay?
And if
So-
you want to know which months are represented by which letters. For
Yeah,
some
the months and
reason.
stuff are all on
It's on
InTouch,
InTouch.
but it helps you when you are doing inventory and you're going through it and seeing what's expired. You'll be able to tell by the day code if it's expired product or not.
I'm impressed you knew that much. I just was gonna say that the day code means the batch, and so, like, if there's a problem with the batch, like the packaging or whatever, then they know that, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So, and just so you guys know, the product replacement program works for any reason. Whether the pump is broken, the lid sucks, the product smells funny, it's the wrong color, they didn't like the shade of their foundation. So what you're doing is, like, say she's an Ivory 6 and you gave her an Ivory 5. You give her get the Ivory 5 back from her, get all the information, and then Mary Kay will send you an Ivory 6 to replace it. So you're not taking anything out of your inventory and you're not losing money. So I told you needed to have the day code, and I told you needed to have the product number. And the product number is located in Product Central, and you can type in what you're looking for and pull
Or
up
on
the
the
product
box.
number.
It's also on the box.
Or on the box, if you have the box.
It's on the top, like,
Oh.
on this part of the box.
Right.
There's a little number.
Six-digit
somewhere by my
number.
finger. It's always a 6-digit number.
And if you get it wrong, they will call you and they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So, then the next step is you need to find out what product they want to replace it with. You have to be within $2 of the retail value of the product.
If
Okay.
it's less, it still won't take it.
Right.
Like, you have to
be within $2. So even if you need to add something like the little
Cheap
tiny
shops.
computers or something.
ton of those.
But it has to be
Yeah.
it can be $2 over, it can be $2 under, but it can't be any more or any less than $2. So, but you need to have that information, and you need to have the product code for what you're replacing it with. So make sure you gather all that before you actually go through the product replacement process, or you're going to be very frustrated. And then you just go under the ordering tab, and you go down like a couple, like 4, and it's going to say product replacement, and you're going to click on it, and then you're going to accept the guidelines, and then you're just going to go through the process. Just keep clicking next, 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 next. After you fill in all the spaces, it'll take you through the whole thing. So I just find it very valuable. Like, a lot of times when you're using your inventory, which you guys need to be doing, if you order inventory, make sure you start using the
Take
products
it off
on
your
it.
shelves.
And if it's not working for you, or something crazy happens, you can do a product replacement on it and get that back, or get something else that you are going to use. So you're not losing money. It's huge.
And it's free shipping.
And it's free shipping, and it gets you in like 2 days.
Oh yeah, it gets you really does.
So you can save up your product replacements. It doesn't have to be done
You have
as
to do
soon
it
as you
within
get it.
30 days.
Right. So,
Well, technically.
right.
Well, I mean, you can fudge the dates, but.
Right.
So anyway.
The other thing that I,
Do
oh,
within
go ahead.
30 days.
Oh, go ahead. I just find that it's really valuable, but it's an annoying process, and so a lot of people don't want to do it, but it's worth it. That's how
Totally
I
worth it.
got most of the stuff that I use, is because it was playing around.
Yeah.
You can replace what you use.
The other thing that's important too is if they will put it on hold if it's more than $100. It's not scary, there's nothing wrong with it, you didn't screw it up, you just need to call the company, and they may ask, like, I've never even had them really ask why or anything.
No, they always put
They
through.
just go, oh, okay.
Just an automated
I
thing.
mean, I've gotten the day code wrong, and they've called me, and we just fixed it,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's not It's not a big deal. They're awesome.
And I've even had it be like one time I had a girl get a roll-up bag, and then she used it for a while, and then her husband freaked out and said she couldn't have it. And so she already used it, and so that was my reason. When the company called, I just said she couldn't afford it, and so I got a whole roll-up bag because of that. So I'm just saying that's not a bad thing. It's a great thing, you know. I mean, it sucks for her, but I use all of that as demos. So anytime someone has a product replacement, I use all of that as demos because you can't resell that product that you return, but you just hold on to it. You don't have to send it back to the company. You just hold on to it. I have a bin of all the stuff that's been returned, and my sisters know when they come to town, they always take my product replacement bin because it's product that you can just use for whatever. Yeah, I just hold on to it. Here's one more thing that I think is really important and a really great thing is a lot of times I don't like to purchase a lot of samples of a lot of stuff. I feel like we don't need samples of everything because samples can get expensive, right? But what instead I do, like if someone tells me, like I just had this happen at a party the other night. This girl wanted this bright red lipstick and I didn't have samples of the bright red lipstick. And so I told her, look, you buy those two, or I'm going to give both of these two to you. You tell me, you give me money for one. You tell me which one you don't like. And I don't know if that's right, but she can buy it and try it, and then buy it and try it. And then you're not out, she's not out, but she can see if she likes it. And especially something like, let's say an under eye corrector. That's a great product, okay? A great product that I don't have samples of, we don't have samples of, and so you could say, this is awesome, it's phenomenal, why don't you go ahead and buy it, and if you don't love it, we can do 100% satisfaction guarantee on it, it's not gonna hurt me, it's not gonna hurt you. But that gives them freedom to try it, and 9 times out of 10, they want it, you know, after they buy it, but just that freedom of knowing they can try it, and you don't have to buy all these samples is great.
And you don't have to organize all those samples.
Oh, it's a pain in the butt. Yeah.
Use full size and
The other thing that
Full
is really
size
important,
demos, the best thing ever.
you do need to be an active status to use product replacement.
Yeah.
So that is very important to remember.
Cool, thanks, Jana.
You're welcome.
Yay.
I learned something very educational.
Important.
Thank you.
All right, Brianna, your turn.
No, I just like, it's really been on my heart this week to talk to you guys about like just your goals and when it doesn't look like it's coming together, because there is a week in Candace Works, but you know, like there's 5 days left in the month, and for me that used to be really scary at the end of the month because I had set these goals on the first when I had 31 days going, yeah, of course I can do this, and then I have 5 days left and I'm going, whoa, what just happened?
Looking pretty.
And like, I really want to, I know a lot of you have heard this story 1,000 times, but I really want to encourage you guys. One of the things I've been really, really focusing on is my January 3 years ago when I was sick for 2 weeks. I literally could do nothing for 2 weeks, and then I went to leadership, which some people would say that was dumb. I should have stayed home and worked, whatever. It gave me the motivation I needed to come home and work. And in the last 10 days of the month, I ended up doing 30 faces. And in the last 48 hours of the month, we went from $7 in production to over 5,000. So it's really important to know that when you do the work, it will pay off. And it doesn't always look like it coming up. And I don't know why that was on my heart to tell you guys this week, but it just really is, because I know, like, for me right now, the goals that I have for this month, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But that doesn't mean I give up. And that doesn't mean I stop. It means I continue to do what I'm supposed to do. And that's when the magic happens. It's a momentum thing that gets going. I mean, think about anything that grows. You know, a lot of women have babies. I don't know who doesn't have babies in here. I think there's a couple. But when you have a kid, you don't get to see that kid growing. Like, you get to see this big belly growing, but then you're like, I wonder how big, and then he comes out, he's not near as big as the belly was, and you're like, what the crap is this? And, right? Yeah, you're left with like, I'm like, wait, you forgot some stuff in there, man. Like, this isn't what it looked like before. But you don't see what's actually going on in there, but you know it's something amazing. And that's kind of how your business is. Like, you don't know who you've touched so far this month by just talking about your business and inviting them. You have no idea. There's still one Saturday left. There's still plenty of time to do appointments on your own. There's plenty of time. If your goal was to be Red Jacket, there's plenty of time. There's 3 people, like, seriously. Like, Gloria Mayfield Banks talks about it all the time. Like, if Columbus can discover America, you can find 3 freaking people. Pull it together. Like, put your big girl panties on and go talk to somebody. And so I don't want you guys to give up on whatever your dream was at the beginning of the month, whatever your goal was at the beginning of the month. Like, and I say that to you guys because I'm saying it to myself too. Like, I had a really, really big goal that I actually started in the middle of the month. And we're not anywhere close to it. We're not. And I'm okay with that because I know that I'm not going to stop working, and I know that whatever it's supposed to be, it'll be. And I know that if I stop working right now, that ends the momentum. And if I continue working, whether I hit that goal or not, the momentum keeps growing. Does that make sense?
It brings
To
your
other people than Candace?
it brings your momentum into the following month
Right.
too.
So then you start the month with more momentum than you had.
Stop.
Yeah. So, I don't know, that was just something that, like, Candace was like, what do you feel like changing about? I was like, that's what I feel like talking about. And I just want you guys to, like, really think about what you can do to finish whatever goal it was that you started. Like, if it's Red Jacket, you need to talk to 15 people. 15 people. If it's, and then that's 3 people a day. Like, and break it down to what's manageable for you. Sometimes, like, there's some days, guys, where if I'm talking to 3 people a day, it's okay, I only have to talk to 1 person this morning. Okay, I only have to talk to 1 person this afternoon. Like,
Mentally.
yeah, totally. Like, I mean, everyone thinks that, like, including my husband, all think I'm an extrovert. And I'm like, no, when I go in my bedroom and I'm like, shh.
Don't talk to me.
No talking. Mommy's resting. That does not mean I'm an extrovert. And so, like, for me, I totally get that. Like, the whole, Candace always talks about how she was shy before she started, and I promise you, I sat next to Frankie on my very first meeting, and everyone thought I was a giant brat because I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't talk to anybody because I was scared, and I was shy. And I didn't think I was good enough to talk to all these pretty Mary Kay ladies because I didn't have any cool clothes yet. But it's just realizing that what you are working for is more important than your fear. Because that fear doesn't have to, like, whatever the fear is, or that doubt, like, I mean, the doubt of, oh my gosh, there's only 5 days left. I can't get 3 team members in 5 days. Yes, you can. I got 5 in 1 day one time.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, were you not meeting with us yet? No. Oh, that was a funny story. I'll tell you that story. That was a funny story. So we were at seminar, and there was this really cool prize. You see those star prizes up there? You better make sure that you know how you earn them, because I did not, and I missed it. So you can earn 600 points towards your star for every qualified person that you have. However, that person needs to have signed up in that same star quarter. And I had somebody who'd signed up the previous quarter but ordered in that quarter, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this purse that I was like super shooting for, this gorgeous white purse. And I missed it, and Candace got it, and I was like, I hate you, we're not friends. And I was like, I still wanted that. And so she gave me a challenge to get 5 team members by the 15th. We got back from seminar that year on the 1st. And she said, get 5 team members by the 15th, and you can have that purse. And we had a meeting on Tuesday, and there was like 5 days left at that point. It ended on Saturday. I remember it ended on a
And she had
Saturday.
0.
And I had 0 new team members 5 days before the end of my goal. And then she said it to the whole meeting. So then I had to do it because, and she showed them. She was like, Brianna gets this purse when she does. And I was like, oh, that was rude. And so I also knew, like what I'm telling you guys, that it's possible. I knew it was possible. But I also know that if somebody doesn't do it first, nobody else is going to do it. If you don't do it first, who's not going to do it because you didn't do it? And so that's kind of why I didn't want her to share it with the meeting, is because then I had to do it. So Saturday morning, at our Saturday morning facials, I still had 0 team members, and that was my 15th day. And Candace is like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I'm going to call people. I called people at 9 o'clock in the morning, had them show up for appointments at 1 o'clock. I called a referral, and I was like, and she said something about how she used to sell Mary Kay, and I was like, okay, I know this is like way not appropriate, but I am in this contest today, and I need to have 5 new team members. It's only $25 for you to resign. Would you give it another shot? And she's like, oh my God, yeah, I'll call my sister for you too. She'll do it. They both signed up. Like, you just never know what's gonna happen in the end. But if I had gone on Friday, oh my gosh, I can't show my face at the studio. Like, I have 0 and it's Friday and tomorrow's the last day. There's no way I'm gonna get 5 in a day. Like, if I had given in to that, then I never would have done it. And I wouldn't have used that purse for a whole year, which was so pretty.
So pretty.
So pretty. It's still one of my favorites.
So it's possible. 5
It's just
people
really
in a day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, like, even you can go on Target for your car. There's 5 days left. There's people that go on Target for their car in less than 24 hours. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of what you want and how bad you want it. And yeah, we're all busy. Yeah, we're all, my week didn't turn out the way I thought it was going to this week at all. I planned on working my Mary Kay business all week long and really focusing on that. And then one of the teachers at my son's school had a stroke. And it's a teacher that I have seen around the building for a long time, and I love her. She's very awesome. And she's very young to have a stroke. And so I've been helping around her classroom a lot, and I've been subbing more, which is not what I planned on doing. But I know that it's exactly where God wants me to be, because I'm getting encouraged by having people agree to listen to marketing. I'm getting encouraged by having people agree to come to facials, and getting product on new faces. I've got people that are like, hey, are you still doing Mary Kay? I'm like, yep.
Mhm.
And I had a big old bag of Mary Kay with me the other day at school because I was meeting somebody right after, and I was meeting you right after. And I was like, and she was like, oh, you saw Mary Kay? And I was like, yes, I do. And so we were leaving, and I was like, hey, now I'm going to my real job. And so I was leaving school, and I was going to my real job. And, but it's just like that advertisement of helping people. It's not all about me. It's about what I can do for them. And that's where you're going to really see that big magical growth, is when it's about what you can do for them. One of the big things that you can do for them, you finish out your 600 for your inner circle party, which is at my house, so you need to go, because my house is fun. Candace likes getting hugs from my dog. Candace hates my dogs.
I didn't say that.
No, Candace I didn't say that. No, she doesn't hate them. He just slobbers a lot. And she's always dressed so nice that I put him in the bedroom when she comes.
So finish your 600. How do they do that?
You can finish your 600 by just if you're new, obviously you're seeing faces and you're letting people know that you started your business, especially when you have inventory. You have no idea how many people have already tried Mary Kay, know what they like, and don't have a consultant. It's not enough Becky. She knew what she liked, and she didn't have a consultant. So there's that. There's also you have this fancy thing on the back of your profile cards called a wish list. And when you go back through your profile cards, on the back, you can look at their wish list and you can call them and say, hey, Autumn, it's Brianna with Mary Kay. How are you?
I'm great.
Awesome! Oh my gosh, I'm super excited. I remembered that you have really loved the microderm and put it on your wish list, and I could not let January finish without reminding you that that's my product on sale this month.
Oh my, really?
It totally is. It's on sale for 50. It's on sale for 50. Did you want one or two?
Wow. Well, I'm probably just need one right now.
Okay, perfect. I can drop it off tomorrow. Does that work for you?
Sure.
Cool. I'm gonna bring the new stuff too because I think you really like the new lip gloss, and then you can try it. Sound good?
Yes, I love
Awesome. See, that's what she's gonna buy when she tries it when I drop off her microderm. She's gonna add on a lip gloss, right? And then I'm gonna go, hey, Candace, guess what?
What?
I was thinking of you, and I totally forgot to tell you earlier this month, but the Serum Plus C is on sale this month. And I noticed it was on your wish list, and you didn't get it last time. It's on sale for 50. Did you want one or two?
One.
One's good? Okay, cool. Can I swing by your work tomorrow and drop it off for you?
Sure.
Ooh, I'm gonna bring some lip gloss with me so you can try them, okay?
Okay.
Cool.
Go see you tomorrow.
Easy. Oh yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye. I guess I was on the phone with them still. But you see, like, how quick it's super quick and super easy, but utilize those tools that they give you. They tell you what they like, and you know if they bought it or not. If they didn't buy it, it's very simple. And just in case you don't remember prices, I gave her $5 off the microderm.
I did.
So, and I gave her $6 off the Serum Plus C. I'm still making good money. And when I deliver it, they're gonna buy a lip gloss too. So,
Win-win.
totally.
Cool. I agree. Well, we'll wrap it up. But whatever your goals are, you guys can totally finish them this month. And I'd encourage you. It's really easy at the beginning of the month to say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit my bracelet," or "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get my red jacket," or "Go and charge for my car," or "Get into the IQ." And then this time of the month, it's really easy to say, "Yeah, we'll do that next month." If you, that is a dangerous thought. I'm just warning you right now. We can laugh, but it's a very dangerous thought because that is a pattern and you will continually put it off over and over and over again and not push for it. Nothing great worth having doesn't require some pushing and some feeling uncomfortable and some stretching to do more than you've done before. That if you really have that goal and you really want to do it, it takes stretching. And it really is a decision away from finishing that bracelet, from getting on target for your car. And honestly, right now, like Brianna's saying, our goal right now as a unit is to do 50,000 wholesale. And we're not even halfway there. And there's 6 days left in the month. Yeah, I could have that look like you just made, but I don't. Because I know that doesn't do any good, and that look shuts me down. Not you personally. No,
Not you doing it. When you
not
give
you
yourself
doing
that
it.
look.
When you yourself do it. No, like an example, like that freak out, like, oh my gosh, it's never gonna happen. But I know that this is the miracle zone, and by you guys pushing, we all are gonna be able to reach our goal as a unit. That literally to be $1 million unit, we need everyone stretching and growing. It can't just be one of us. It's everybody stretching to reach their individual goals and stepping out of their comfort zone and being uncomfortable, but yet being willing to be brave and to know that, like, just Brianna brought up a great point that by her stretching to get 5 people in one day, she can give you guys hope that it's possible for you too.
And
But
I did it
because
early.
she did it.
was 10:30. I didn't even
10:30
wait
in the morning. Yeah, it's 10:30
No, it was
at
at night.
night.
It was at
Okay.
night. So I
10:30 at
had
night.
4 before 3, but then
Yeah.
that last one was tough.
Yeah, but she made a decision. She knew what she wanted and she went after it. So let's finish the month strong. Whatever your goals are, you guys can do it, but you got to believe it and then get into action. If you need an action plan, let's talk. But anything can happen these last 5 days of the month. I'm excited to see what happens. So,
Jana's like,
all right, let's get on our feet and end with our empowering statement. And you guys can say it too in your bedroom.
Come on,
You can
everybody.
stand up. Ready? I'm great.
I'm great.
I'm wonderful.
I'm wonderful.
I'm a woman of excellence.
I'm a